The Forgotten Signal. The Karathian Empire had ruled the galaxy for 8,000 years. Their golden ships crossed between star systems like gods among mortals. Their technology was beyond anything other species could imagine. Their word was absolute law across 47 sectors of space. High Chancellor Zephyros stood before the execution chamber. His 6 arms spread wide as billions of beings watched across the galactic network. Behind him, chained to the crystal platform, knelt a human male. The prisoner was young, maybe 25 standard years, with dark hair and steady brown eyes that showed no fear. "Behold the fate of those who dare challenge the Karathian Empire," Zephyros announced, his voice carrying across countless worlds. "This human terrorist, Marcus Webb, attempted to infiltrate our sacred data cores. His primitive species sent him to steal our technology, but he failed as all humans must fail." Marcus looked directly into the floating camera drones. His voice was calm and clear when he spoke. 27 minutes. The Chancellor's golden eyes narrowed. "What did you say, human?" "In 27 minutes your empire will fall." Laughter echoed through the chamber. The Karathian guards found human defiance amusing. They had crushed hundreds of rebellions. Earth was just another conquered world, its people scattered across slave colonies. "Your species has always been delusional," Zephyros said. "Execute the prisoner." The neural disruptor hummed to life. Marcus Webb closed his eyes as the device descended. The last thing he saw was the timer on his hidden wrist display. 26 minutes, 47 seconds remaining. The energy beam struck him down instantly. His body fell forward, lifeless. The broadcast continued for another minute as Zephyros delivered warnings about human insurgents. Then the feed returned to regular Imperial programming. Far from the execution chamber, in a hidden asteroid base beyond the rim of known space, Admiral Chen Rodriguez watched her friend die. Around her, the command center buzzed with activity. Technicians worked frantically at quantum computers while the countdown continued. Marcus knew what he was doing, Rodriguez whispered to her second-in-command, Captain Sarah Kim. "The Karathians think they executed a terrorist. They have no idea what they really killed." Marcus Webb hadn't been captured. He had volunteered for the most dangerous mission in human history. For 6 months, he had allowed himself to be taken prisoner. The Karathians believed they had caught a simple saboteur. They never suspected that Marcus was the most brilliant quantum engineer humanity had ever produced. The execution had been broadcast on every Karathian channel, transmitted through their quantum network to every corner of the Empire. What they didn't know was that Marcus had spent those 6 months as a prisoner installing microscopic quantum transmitters throughout his body. When they killed him on live broadcast, they gave those transmitters access to their entire communication system. 26 minutes since execution, reported the chief technician. "The virus is spreading through their network exactly as Marcus calculated." Rodriguez nodded grimly. The plan was insane, but it was working. For the past 26 minutes, the most sophisticated computer virus ever created had been spreading through Karathian systems. It traveled through quantum entanglement, impossible to trace or stop. "All fleets report ready, Admiral," Captain Kim announced. "We have ships positioned in every sector." "Wait for my signal," Rodriguez replied. "Marcus said 27 minutes. We trust his calculations." The final minute passed in absolute silence. Every human in the command center held their breath. Then Rodriguez's communication panel lit up with reports from across the galaxy. "Admiral, the Karathian homeworld is reporting massive system failures. Their defense grid just went offline in Sector 7. Life support systems are failing on their capital ships." Rodriguez stood slowly, her voice carrying across the communication network to every hidden human fleet. "All units, this is Admiral Rodriguez. Operation Forgotten Signal is now active. Marcus Webb has given us our freedom. Let's not waste his sacrifice." Throughout the Karathian Empire, the impossible was happening. Every piece of their technology was turning against them. Defense systems identified Karathians as intruders. Door locks refused to recognize Karathian DNA. Life support systems began filtering out their specific biological markers. In a civilization built entirely on technology, it was complete devastation, without a single shot being fired. High Chancellor Zephyros was in his command center when the systems turned against him. As the atmospheric processors began removing oxygen from around Carathian bodies, he finally understood what Marcus Webb had meant. "How?" he gasped, struggling to breathe. "How could primitives do this?" The answer came through his own communication implant, in Marcus Webb's recorded voice. "You broadcast my execution across your entire network. You gave us access to everything. We didn't defeat you because we were stronger. We defeated you because you never understood that humans think differently. We're willing to sacrifice one life to save millions." Within 27 minutes of Marcus Webb's execution, the 8,000-year Carathian Empire had effectively ceased to exist. Human fleets emerged from hiding to liberate enslaved worlds. Other species watched in amazement as the galaxy's most powerful empire crumbled. 3 days later, when Admiral Rodriguez addressed the newly liberated worlds, she began with words that would echo through history. "We are here not as conquerors, but as liberators." Marcus Webb knew he wouldn't live to see this day, but he made sure we would. Today, the galaxy learns that humans have always been willing to think beyond the present moment. Throughout the galaxy, species who had suffered under Carathian rule for millennia learned an important lesson. Never underestimate a species willing to sacrifice everything for freedom. The human spirit, once ignited, could not be extinguished. Marcus Webb's name became legend, remembered not as a terrorist, but as the man who brought freedom to the stars through the forgotten signal that changed everything.